Hello and a very good evening to you. Welcome to your News First Primetime News Bulletin, this on TV1. I'm Shahin Rampadi.
And I'm Dasniya Tadar. Let's start off with a look at tonight's headlines.
UNP appoints committee to investigate parliamentarians who use narcotics. Ranjan receives phone call to inquire on parliamentarians who consume narcotics. President to launch National Fund for Child Protection. Will Vimal and Gammampida fall out with the flower bud? US Secretary General wants ceasing of Indo-Pakistan tensions. Cricket election to be held tomorrow.
A decision has been taken to install new elevators in the parliamentary complex. Deputy Speaker of Parliament delivered the Speaker's statement in this regard.
I'd like to issue a statement regarding the allegations made by MP Dinesh Gunawardena and Vimal Weerawansa in Parliament, where 12 MPs were trapped in the elevator after it malfunctioned. We informed the responsible private company as soon as this incident took place, and we have received their report. According to the report, the elevator is 36 years old, and when the weight limit was exceeded, the micro switch has not activated. So because of that, the electric bell has not worked, and the elevator has moved a bit and completely stopped halfway. According to the research they have done, this elevator was built using the modern technology. It has been recommended that these could be fixed in place of the old ones as soon as possible. I'd like to inform the House that I have already instructed the Parliament General Secretary to fix the new elevator to ensure everyone's safety.
Parliament Sergeant-at-Arms said that a decision has been reached to fix 10 new elevators, incurring a cost of around 100 million rupees. We do not question why these elevators are fixed using large sums of money. But the people wonder if there are parliamentarians who take such swift actions to resolve the issues faced by citizens of this country. The public also question as to why the interest shown by authorities in Parliament to fix an elevator when a staircase is available as an alternative is not shown when providing solutions to the people of this country.
Now, while there are steps being taken to install 10 new elevators in the parliamentary complex, a group of farmers arrived at the Ministry of Agriculture today demanding for their money after the government purchased their potato crops.
Farmers from Valimada and Uvaparnagama arrived at the Ministry of Agriculture in Rajagiriya this morning. The government had promised to pay 92 rupees per kilo for potatoes that were purchased from farmers. However, the farmers alleged that the government has not made any payments in this regard. They have not paid for the potatoes that were purchased 6 months ago at 92 rupees per kilo. We met with the Minister of Agriculture this morning. He now claims that the government did not purchase any potatoes. The minister was rude to us and said, "Go protest," and staged demonstrations. They have to pay nearly 30 million rupees. We request them to at least pay for the potatoes that were purchased from the Uvaparnagama area. The farmers who engaged in the protest obstructed the entrance to the Ministry of Agriculture. When the Minister of Agriculture from the Uva province, Upali Samravira, arrived at the scene, a tense situation arose. I met with Minister Rishad Badiuddin. I even requested the farmers to come with me. Minister Rishad said that the steps will be taken to ensure that the farmers will receive their payments.
මේ දින තුන ඇතුළත මේ මුදල් ලබා දුන්නේ නැත්නම් ගොවීන්ගේ මුදල් ලබා දුන්නේ නැත්නම් මහාරාන්තික උපවාසයක් එක්ක අපි මුළු බදුළු දිස්ත්‍රික්කෙම ජනාධිපති ලේකම් කාර්යාලයට එනවා කුචිකර්ම අමාත්‍යාංශය වටලනවා සූදානම්.
Meanwhile, police fired tear gas to disperse protesters who had staged a demonstration in Padiyatalawa obstructing the Ampara Kandy main road. The residents of Padiyatalawa staged this demonstration to express their opposition against tipper trucks which were used to transport sand across their village. The demonstrators claimed that these vehicles cause heavy damage to the roadways. The demonstrators obstructed the area near the Padiyatalawa post office on the Ampara Kandy main route. Police stated that they had to resort to use force due to the inconvenience caused to the public.
Sri Lanka cricket elections is to be held tomorrow as planned. The two parties came into an agreement after one party requested a writ petition from court.
The Arjuna Ranatunga faction and the Tilanga Sumatipala faction will contest this year's SLC elections. Jayanta Dharmadasa and Mohan De Silva handed over their nominations to contest for the post of President of SLC, representing the faction of Arjuna Ranatunga and Tilanga Sumatipala respectively. K. Madhivanan, representing Arjuna Ranatunga's faction, will contest for the post of Vice President. Representing Tilanga Sumatipala's faction, it was Ravin Vikramaratne and Shammi De Silva who handed over their nominations to contest for the post of Vice President of SLC. However, the appeals committee rejected the nominations of Ravin Vikramaratne and Mohan De Silva, who were to contest representing Tilanga Sumatipala's faction. The rejected nominees filed a case at the appeals court requesting a writ petition against their nominations being rejected. The Court of Appeal took their case up for consideration today. The two parties agreed on Ravin Vikramaratne and Mohan De Silva contesting for the post of Vice President or the Assistant Secretary. With this, the examination of the petition was postponed until the 21st of March by a two-judge bench comprising the acting President of the Court of Appeal, Judge Deepali Vijayasundara and Arjuna Obesekara. The elections will be held tomorrow for the betterment of cricket in Sri Lanka. We have the opportunity to work for a fair election. The Ministry of Sports will facilitate that. The elections will get underway tomorrow at the Duncan White Auditorium at 10:30 am. A group of local government members of the Sri Lanka Podujana Perumuna convened a press conference at the party headquarters today.
People who were against the establishment of the SLPP from the very start and later obtained membership from this party are now attempting to undermine this victory. They even attempted to push the Rajapaksas, who were the driving force in this colossal victory, away from the SLPP. Udaya Gamanpilla and Vimal Weerawansa are the only members of affiliated parties to the SLPP. They have no right to decide and proclaim the next presidential candidate or to decide if they are forming alliances. We are ready to form an alliance, but our main party too has our own secretary. We have leaders who founded our party. They are the ones who need to sit in these discussions. Just because Vimal Weerawansa or Udaya Gamanpilla says, we cannot just abandon our party. Our party leaders have to decide on if we will be forming an alliance. Priority should be given to the SLPP. Anyone can join hands with us. May it be UPFA or Vimal Weerawansa, Udaya Gamanpilla, Vasudeva Nayakara, TNA, Muslim Congress or even the JVP. We do not care. Other parties can hold discussions with our parties on forming alliances. This should be stopped. They went to the parliament and became ministers through our votes. Hence we decided that if anyone harms the name of the SLPP in any way, we will have to take a decision on whether we will support them in the next election.
State Minister Ranjan Ramanayaka's statement claiming that several MPs and ministers use narcotic substances is a widely discussed topic. During a press briefing held in Galle today, Southern Provincial Councillor Krishantha Pushpakumara inquired this matter from State Minister Ranjan Ramanayaka over the phone.
Hello. Karamutama Ratarang. කොහමද වේදවස්සල වීරය වෙලා ඉන්නේ නේ නෑනේ දන්න දේ තමයි කියලා තියෙන්නේ ඇත්ත වුණොත් නම් ගොඩ නෑ ගොල්ලෝ ඇත්ත තමයි ඉතින් මම මේ බොරුවක් කියන්නේ මේක ඕක ගැන කියලා නඩුවකුත් තියෙනවා දාලා තියෙනකට මේ කුඩු ගහනවා කියලා මම මේ නඩු වර්තාව කියුවේ ඉන්නේ අපේ පාර්ලිමේන්තු එකෙත් මේ බොහෝ අය ඉන්නවා මම නම් කියන්නේ අමතුවා මුන් එක එක අල්ලලා දෙන්න ඕනේ එහෙම නම් ඉතින් ඉතින් මොනවා කරන්නද කට්ටියම එකතුලා මට විනය පරිශීලනයේලා අයින් කරලා මාව පක්ෂවලට අයින් කරලා මම දුරේ නැති කළා කොහොමද පණිවිඩ කාර්යයට වෙටි දෙමි මම ලංකාවේ කරන්නේ ඉතින් කීප එකට ගහනවා මිසක් කිව්වේ මොකද්ද කියලා වෙන්නේ නැහැ මම දැකලා ආදිව කිරියල්ල මම දැක කිරියල්ලමතුමාට මොකද්ද කමිටුවටපත් කරලා තියෙන මං කෝ හොරාගම් මගෙන් පේන අහන වගේ වැඩක් දන්නේ නැහැ මේක කියලා හැබැයි මිනිහා නම් බොන්නේ ඒක දැන් මේ මිනිහාගේ වයසට මිනිහා බොන්නේ නැහැ නමුත් අපේ අර එතන අපේ අය ඉන්නවා ඒ පැත්තේ අය ඔය විදේශ ප්‍රේමී ගොඩක් අය බඩු මේකෙදිත් ගහලා තමයි එන්නේ අතුලට එතන ගහපු MSD එකේ අයවත් කියපු අය වස් කරලා තිබුණා මේක දාඩි දන්නව වැඩි මාර වැඩක් නේ ආකේ ගහනවා ආසුකා සපෙන් මේ මෙයාවත් අල්ලගෙන ඉවරයි අපි ඒ කියන්නේ මෙයාවත් මේ ලතිෆ් මහත්තයා මොනිටර් කරන් ඉවරයි කවුද දෙන්නේ කියලා මේගොල්ලෝ ගෙනත් දෙන කට්ටිය. ඒක පාර්ලිමේන්තුව ඇතුළට මුන් ගෙනත් දෙනවද?
නෑ මේගොල්ලෝ මේක පැකට් එක දාන් ඇවිල්ලා ක්‍රෙඩිට් කාඩ් එකනේ මේක මේ වෙන් කරන්නේ. ටැක්ස් ගාලා නහයට තියලා අදිනවා. ඇත්තට වශයෙන් සොදුරු ලෝකයේ කියලා ඒගොල්ලෝ කියන්නේ.
හැබැයි ඉතින් පුතේ මේක ඓතිහාසික වැඩක්. ඉතිහාසගත වෙන වැඩක්. මේක අල්ලලා දුන්නොත් නම්.
අල්ලලා දෙන්න පුළුවන්. වැඩේ තියෙන්නේ දවස් 3යිලු ඇඟේ. DNA වලින් ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක එක රිපෝට් දෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක ඇගැව්වට කවුරුත් බ්ලඩ් චෙක් කරනවට කැමති නැහැ. උන් කැමති උන්ට සීනි කොලෙස්ටරෝල් තියෙන එක තව ඒවත් දෙන්නේ. ඒවත් අහු වෙනවනේ ඕලි.
මුන්ට පේන්නේ නැත්නම් ඉස්සෙල්ලා ගිහලා ඔබතුමා දෙන්න තියෙන බ්ලඩ් එකක්. මොන්න මම නම් දුන්නයි කියලා.
මගේ මම චෝදනා කරා. මම කිව්වා මම ඕන්ලාගේ ගුණිසා මේකක් දෙන්න කැමති. මගේ බ්ලඩ් රිපෝට් එක තියෙනවා පාර්ලිමේන්තු එකේ.
මම කියන්නේ අමතුමා කියලා වැඩක් නැහැ. අල්ලන්න ඕන. මුන් අල්ලලා දෙන්න ඕන. මේ වගේ පාදයට වැඩ කරන උන් අල්ලලා දෙන්න ඕන.
Meanwhile, a debate regarding this matter took place in Parliament today. Amongst the 225 MPs in Parliament, 24 MPs have been accused of using the narcotic substance named cocaine. This is a serious allegation. These 24 MPs represent the Parliament of Sri Lanka. The Speaker, State Minister Ranjan Ramanayake and the leader of the respective State Ministers' party has the responsibility to reveal the names of these 24 MPs.
We have received SMS alerts stating that a committee headed by Minister Kiriella of the UNP was appointed to investigate this matter. According to State Minister Ranjan Ramanayake, 4 MPs seated in the front row are using cocaine. In order to prevent this parliament from further disgrace, we request the Speaker to take immediate action regarding this matter. We also request for a DNA test to be conducted and to provide an immediate solution to this. This must be done to protect our self-respect. We request the Speaker to appoint MPs other than the drug addicts from the first row to this committee.
We do not have to conduct DNA tests on everyone. There are few MPs who have never witnessed such narcotic substances during their entire life. Such tests and investigations must first be conducted on the 24 accused MPs. Based on the information received, the names of the 24 MPs have not been revealed to the Prime Minister, Speaker or even the chairman of the respective party. During the group discussion today, we learned that the names have not been revealed to the CID as well. A committee headed by me was appointed to investigate this matter. The committee also includes MP Eran Wickramaratne, MP Ashu Marasinghe and MP Nisanka Nanayakara. We will provide the report as soon as possible. The minister is making it a habit to reveal such information to the media. Such allegations were made before, and even names were revealed. Therefore, in my view, when such information is received, we must inform the public.
The Speaker requested me to inform Parliament that he did not receive such information in any form of a written document. The MP has stated to media that he will not withdraw his statement. Therefore, an investigation must be conducted as the minister has refused to withdraw his statements. When an incident takes place in Parliament, the Speaker appoints a committee and attempts to apprehend individuals. The claim that MPs use cocaine is a serious allegation. This is a disgrace to our Parliament. It is with much responsibility that I state the Speaker has not received any document in this regard. The Deputy Speaker revealed that such a document does not exist only after we raised the question. How could you make such a statement? Forgive me, Deputy Speaker. A minister stated previously that a list including the names of the MPs who use cocaine has been submitted to the Speaker. When such information is published as headlines on the news, the Speaker must state clearly in Parliament that such a document does not exist. However, the Speaker did not make such a statement. It is with much responsibility I state the Speaker has not received any document in this regard. MP Ranjan Ramanayake has a responsibility to reveal the names of the MPs who use cocaine. The largest drug lord in Sri Lanka, Markanure Madhush, has been apprehended. With his apprehension, many facts have been revealed. Is this a contract to cover up Madhush's matter? Kindly reveal the names of those who consume narcotics for the sake of saving who have not even had a BD. You can check the narcotic substances in a person's system through a urine sample within 72 hours. If you are using blood samples, you only have 1 to 2 days and maximum 48 hours. If not, you can use hair samples and do a test for narcotic substances. Ranjan Ramanayake cannot use hair samples and do a test, so we wonder how they will do the test. The Speaker can do a separate test apart from the one carried out by the United National Front.
President Maithripala Sirisena says he would take steps to set a national fund in place within the next 2 weeks in order to ensure the safety of the children in the country. The president made this statement while addressing a conference of the Let's Protect Children national program held in Colombo today.
The conference was held at the Sugatadasa Stadium in Colombo. The president also provided funds worth 14 million rupees in order to improve standards of schools with differently abled children, to purchase equipment for nurseries and also to renovate orphanages. Within the next 2 weeks, we will implement a national fund to protect the children of our nation. All necessary steps have been taken to fulfill this task. My intention is to identify the issues faced by the children of our nation through expert reports and social surveys, and to further strengthen the programs carried out by the government in order to protect children. The other day, the government made a decision to abolish the Grade 5 scholarship. I agree with that decision. Only around 12 to 13% of children who pass a Grade 5 scholarship eventually end up in universities. Those who enter universities aren't those who pass a Grade 5 scholarship. I do not mean to undermine the talent of those children who pass a scholarship examination, but we should explain this fact to the children who do not pass a Grade 5 scholarship.
The drug menace has spread to schools rapidly. It has come to a point where some adults pretend to be friends with the children and sell them drugs and destroy them. During ancient times, there used to be 32 types of punishments. My opinion is all 32 of them should be carried on such people.
It is certain that the entire country would rally behind the statement made by Minister Chandrani Bandara. However, is it not fitting to first take action on those in Parliament who consume narcotics?
On a similar note, President Maithripala Sirisena has taken steps to establish an authoritative body to rehabilitate those addicted to narcotics. An interim board was set in place today until the said body is established.
It is important for us to improve the arm of rehabilitation whilst carrying out the crackdown on drugs and tightening the law on drugs. You should discuss among yourselves and create a suitable plan. If you can provide a recommendation within a week or two, this can be implemented without delay. Yet another controversy has arisen surrounding the proposed 300 megawatt power plant to be constructed in the Kerawala Pittiya area.
The tenders were called for a diesel or fossil fuel combined cycle power plant which can be converted into an LNG plant. With several controversies, Lakdanave, a company with a majority shareholding by Lanka Transformers Limited, and a company called Windforce have been selected for the final round of the tender process. With several committees being appointed and after several appeals were filed, a decision was made to award the contract to the Windforce company. It was embroiled in a controversy again when a court case was filed regarding the tender. Minister Ravi Karunanika had presented a cabinet paper and appointed approval to let both these two companies construct two 300 megawatt power plants. A group of employees of the Lanka Transformers Limited convened a media briefing today and announced that the decision to award the contract to the Windforce company and to allow Lakdanave to construct a second power plant was not correct. All the steps required to not allow Lakdanave to receive this tender has been carried out. This has been done in the evaluation stage and the tender process.
There were two opinions at the Technical Evaluation Committee. At one time, they said this should be awarded to Windforce. Then they said this should be given to LTL, Lakdanave. The Appeals Committee said this should be awarded to Windforce. When this was sent to the Cabinet of Ministers, before they accepted anything that is said by the three parties, they consulted the National Procurement Commission. The Commission said that the Cabinet can take any decision that they deem fit. The Minister brought this proposal after looking at all of this.
How was this done? The tender conditions are changed. This was done by the Secretary to the Ministry. What does he do? At the time the tender was submitted, it was clearly mentioned regarding VAT and NBT. It said that the law of the country should be followed. As per the law of the country and as per the Act, it was clear that VAT and NBT will not be charged. The Ministry Secretary was able to obtain a letter from the Finance Ministry saying that this was not accepted from VAT and NBT. They changed the tender conditions. The Cabinet was deceived.
The ministry secretary cannot do anything based on his own opinion. This was discussed at the Cabinet Committee on Economic Management. This was discussed in the Finance Ministry, then it was discussed at the Cabinet. This was discussed at the Tender Appeals Board. This was discussed at the National Procurement Commission. This was discussed at the Technical Evaluation Committee. There are various views of all these parties. The position of the secretary is the least strong position among all of this. So since they cannot touch the stronger places, they are attacking the secretary.
Now that the ministry has also sent out a media release saying that Lakdanavi will also receive a contract to construct a power plant, but it is clear that the tender will be awarded to a Chinese company. But based on the Power Act in the country, based on the law and our experience of over 20 years, we know that the project cannot be awarded in that manner. The tender is regarding a power plant that is to be constructed in 2019. There is another power plant that is to be constructed in 2021. There are various matters being raised against the secretary and other matters being raised if this is being done from the beginning again. We will not be able to construct the power plants that we have to construct in 2021 either. So we decided if both of this is given, we will be able to get both done. At least the power plant that is to be constructed in 2021 will be completed on time.
Mr. Kabir Hashim arrived at the Presidential Commission of Inquiry into Irregularities at Sri Lankan Airlines, Sri Lankan Catering and Mihin Lanka to record a statement at the Criminal Investigations Department today.
They questioned me regarding incidents that took place during the previous regime and during the present government. I have provided the necessary information, including all evidence to the Commission, confirming the time frame the respective losses were incurred and clarifying the reasons as to how they took place. No. During my testimony, I gave evidence regarding incidents that took place during my tenure as well as before it. My evidence was with regard to the purchasing of 8 Airbus A350 and 900s. In addition to this, during the previous regime, Mahinda Rajapaksa had made a decision regarding the method of taxation. I have provided information and evidence which covers areas such as the suitability of the signed agreements and aircraft to Sri Lankan and the major differences between market rates and the agreements Sri Lankan signed. In addition, 6 A330-200 aircrafts were purchased during the same period. While one aircraft was purchased for $890,000, the other 5 were purchased for more than $1 million. There was only a minor change in the serial numbers and the prices could not have changed in such a manner within a period of 12 months. Meanwhile, Senior State Counsel Fazli Razak questioned Yasantha Disanayake over the drastic decline in the national carrier's financial position between 2008 and 2010. As at 31st March 2008, the value of equity, current assets and current liabilities of Sri Lankan Airlines as per the audited financials stood at 15.5 billion rupees, 32.2 billion rupees and 29.1 billion rupees respectively. However, after the lapse of 2 years, as at 31st March 2010, Sri Lankan equity, current assets and current liabilities had declined to 3.5 billion rupees, 15.9 billion rupees and 28.14 billion rupees respectively. Court of Appeal Judge Gamini Rohan Amarasekara stated that the former secretary to the Ministry of Finance P.B. Jayasundara instructed Sri Lankan to proceed with an unfit business plan even when the airline was in a going concern.
President's Counsel Kalinga Indathissa has been elected as the 25th President of the Bar Association of Sri Lanka. Attorney-at-Law Kaushal Navaratne was elected as the Secretary. The 25th election of the Bar Association of Sri Lanka concluded at 5 this evening. The election got underway at 84 election centres to appoint a new board of officials for the years 2019 and 2020. 15,806 attorneys at law were entitled to vote during today's election. President's Counsel Kalinga Indathissa and Attorney-at-Law Mahinda Lokoge contested for the post of President of the Bar Association. Attorney-at-Law Kaushal Navaratne and Saman Veliyanga contested for the post of Secretary of the Bar Association. Solicitor General and President's Counsel Dappula de Oliveira acted as the Chief Returning Officer of the Sri Lanka Bar Association's election.
Minister Sajid Premadasa handed over 2 ambulances to the Tangol Base Hospital recently.
The ambulances have been presented by the Ministry of Health on a request made by Minister of Housing, Construction and Cultural Affairs Sajid Premadasa. The two ambulances cost 29.2 million rupees. We must add, an ambulance is not allowed to follow any politician's vehicle in the Hambantota district. This is for the average person. Even if we are in a critical condition, we will always have to give the priority to the average people. These ambulances aren't for the protection of politicians, but rather the average citizen.
A press conference was held today in lieu with the 140th Battle of the Blues between St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia and Royal College, Colombo.
Several dignitaries, including the warden of St. Thomas's College and the principal of Royal College, attended this event, which was held in Colombo. Yes FM is the official media sponsor of the event.
It is an honor and privilege to have the opportunity of playing in this big match. Enjoy every moment of it. Maintain a friendly rivalry while you compete. Do your best for your school and make lots of memories. Let me wish the two captains and the two teams all the very best. Although I hate to admit it, deep in my heart, I would like to see the PSNI Memorial Shield retained at 3rd Avenue for yet another year. But may the better team win. Taking from our college song, learn of books, learn of men, and learn to play the game. Thank you.
We often forget, in our bid to ensure all the arrangements are just right, that this match is about these 22 boys. It is the 22 of you who will make history and ensure your name in the record books. Each of you has the potential for greatness, but only insofar as you play as one team with one objective and one goal and one vision. Enjoy yourselves on the field. Strengthen the ties of camaraderie that you share on and off the field, and make friendships that will last a lifetime.
And that brings a wrap to Primetime News. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Shaheen Durangpati.
And I'm Dasniya Thader. Good night.